With the check of today's midday market activity for the Rural Radio Network, I'm Alex Makovic. Sue Martin of Agate Investments joins us to break down today's trade. Sue, finally some green on the screen for these grain complexes, up about 3 to 5 cents. Not a ton of gains, but again, the first green we've seen so far this week. Could it potentially be on the heels of what's described as a trade agreement with China? What do you think?
I think that's part of it. I think maybe a major part of it for the green here this morning on corn. Wheat's a little firmer, beans kind of a little firmer, but not majorly. I think probably the talk that there was a trade agreement reached between, it's kind of a framework trade agreement between the US and China, which basically is entailing that they will export raw earth minerals to us, which is very important. We will send them microchips and also allow their students to the US. And I think we dropped tariffs down to 10%. And so, that's the gist of it. But there's other things in here, and I think it's friendly that we'll probably see China come after pork. US pork is very reasonable, and also the fact that they use the offal. They're big importers of pork offal, and so I could see that market being a benefactor. Another thing, I think that they come to us if prices are reasonable enough in comparison to Brazil, is U.S. corn. And I could see them coming for cotton, although their industrial um, indicators fell for the month of May, and that was a disappointment. But I think the other thing that's coming here, and we should have news within, I'd say, probably by the end of the weekend, news of an agreement between the US and India. And that could become a very big positive coup for agriculture in the US, because India, I could see soy oil being a major thing there. They're looking at increasing their biofuels usage. And I could also see where they could come and buy wheat and corn from us as well. They tend to be, in the old days, they were not major importers of wheat, they were exporters. But they haven't had the best weather. But this year, the northern portion of India's in good shape, looking at good weather. The southern portions may be a little on the dry side.
Okay, just a snippet of the things we will dive into later this afternoon. Sue Martin will join us on the channel Final Bell with Ag and Investment. A quick look on the livestock side. We do have some news as well. Tyson Amarillo workers have voted to authorize a strike, so that is certainly here to impact slaughter capacity. Stay tuned to the Rural Radio Network, and we will break things down. I'm Alex Makovic reporting.